Hello everyone, so let's take a close look to our little component here that will compose our little beast. So we have the Asus graphic card here, which is a GTX 690, which is the latest one. We have a i7 core, which is 3770K. We can overclock it a bit. It's possible if you like to. We have a little Noctua here, which is the processor cooler. I took this one because it's reliable and it's silent. Of course, we have the Seasonic X series here, which is silent and really optimal. 8 gigs of RAM, Corsair, Vengeance. We could also take the smaller ones. There's a small size one, which would fit better the case. We have two solid state drive here, which are Samsung H30 series. We will put them in red 0, so we will have no bottleneck on this machine. We have also our motherboard, which is an Asus P87Z77L for our mini-itx case, which is a Bitronic. The main factor here is to have a PC which is a small case PC, but a very powerful one. And so we put the latest graphic card, a very good i7, which is a quad core.
Okay, it's a small case. There's my iPhone, and there's a ukulele, which has absolutely nothing to do with gaming or PC.
Okay, this is the first step. So you have to unbox your motherboard and the CPU cooler, which I have just here, and look at the manuals of your CPU cooler. Because sometimes, depending on which one you bought, then you will have to put this kind of things under your motherboard. So this is the first step. Okay, so this is the second step. So as for the first step, I showed you that you had to put this little thing here on the motherboard before you mount anything else. And screw those little screws here. And now we are going to do something fantastic, which is to put the CPU on the motherboard. So I'm just gonna lift this little thing here up, check, and I have here my supply, so I'm just gonna touch it to avoid any electronic problems afterwards. I'm gonna take the CPU, which is here, and I'm gonna plug it in here gently here. Okay, so put this thing back on like this. I'm doing this with one hand, so sorry, you have to be patient. And so put this back. This is holding the CPU well into its place. Then I'm going to put the RAM I have here, my 8 gigs of RAM. So I have to open this little thing here, both of them, and put it like this. So this is really fantastically easy to do. Even with one hand we can do it. So this is the second RAM, and I just have to put it on like this here. So we mounted here on the motherboard our RAM, our CPU, and the mount for our CPU cooler. Now let's go to step 3. Okay, so this step is really easy. We're just going to put the SATA cables on the motherboard. So this is the first one here I'm going to put. This is for our first SSD. And this one is for, sorry for the movements, the second SSD. And I'm also gonna plug this little red SATA cable on just to install with our CD drive here, or DVD drive, sorry. This is the red one. Okay, this is important. You cannot place our SSDs on the blue one. Okay. Okay, so this is 4th step. So I'm gonna take this, which is called the thermal compound, sorry. And I'm just gonna put a little nut here on our CPU before installing our little friend here, the CPU cooler. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit tricky. I don't have any cameraman, so I'm sorry this doesn't look as good as it should. So here I go. Okay, so I think I put a little bit too much here, so I'm just gonna remove it with this plastic here. Okay, this is far enough for our CPU cooler. So, and now I'm gonna install the CPU cooler here. Okay, so here we go. Take the screwdriver and here I'm just gonna screw this one. Okay. And I'm gonna screw the other one. Okay, the next step is to put the CPU fan here on our CPU cooler, which is just here. So I'm gonna just turn this so you might be able to see what I'm doing. So I just plugged this cable on here. Here we go. And I'm gonna slide. Okay, so I maybe have to explain this also. Here there's how the air is going through the fan, the directions. So what we want is the air will come here and then go out here. So I'm going just to plug this in, and it okay. Can I slide it down? No, I can't. So I have to do this at once. Okay, here we go. And I will take now those things will be used to attach our fan on the CPU cooler. So this is a little bit tricky to do actually. Here we go. Okay. And I'll go for the second one, even though I don't think this will move anyway. Still gonna do it correctly. Okay. So let me turn this a little bit up so you can see it. Okay, so here we install our first fan here for our CPU cooler. We are going to plug the second one, even though we are not going to put the lid attached on it right now. So plug the second one. Okay, here. Yeah, I should have plugged this before I put the first fan on. But anyway, here it is. So okay, so this step, I just opened the case here, and we are gonna put out this because we have only 2 SSDs. We'll need this place here to put our graphic card here. So how we're gonna do that is something I think pretty simple. If we do this, okay, this is easy. So I just have to push here to get this thing out, which you could keep if one day or another this PC is gonna be a server, and you'll have to put another, couple of hard drives in it. So this step is pretty easy. We're gonna put our motherboard with everything on it here into this this place here in the case. So firstly, you have to unscrew those because we'll need all the place, and I will put this out also here. Okay, so I have a lot of room and I can go with my screwdriver. Okay, so I forgot just one thing. Okay, so I put out all of those kind of things, unscrewed those, and here I'm going to put this little panel that explains which are those inputs and outputs of the motherboard. So it's pretty simple to put it in. Just, I don't know if you guys can see this. Just put it here. Okay, and push. Until it does this noise here. Okay. Okay, so now we're ready to put the motherboard in our case. So this may be tricky, so I don't know if you will find this on the video, but if you do, well, cool. If you don't, I am sorry, I don't have any cameraman. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but what I've just done is I took this screw on, this one also, and on the other side of the tower there were 2 screws here to put on. Here. Okay, so here we are, and the next step is to put now our power supply in the case and to plug everything on it. This is the cables we are going to need for our motherboard. So these 2, and this is the big one. You just have one. So, and this is the second one, and it's written on it CPU. This is for the SATA, so our 2 SSDs and our DVD reader. And here, this is a little power cable for one of our fans. And we have here a PSE cable. So what we are going to do is to put them in our power supply here, which has all the names on it, so it's pretty easy. So once this is done, we are going to put the SSDs in the case. Okay, so I'm going to mount our SSDs that we have here on this. So it goes like this in the case. This is pretty simple. You have a bunch of screws to put on, but really nothing very hard to do. Here, the thing is to take our SSDs that we have here and to put them on those kind of things. So I don't even know if this has a name or not. So it's very simple. 2 screws are, this is enough. Don't need more. It's not gonna move a lot. And then we will put this. I'm sorry, I have to move the camera a little bit here. And so I will put this here. Here we go. And the same for the second one. We are going to take those. This is from the supply, the power supply, and we are going to plug it right in the SSDs. Then I'm going to take the SATA cables that came from the motherboard here and plug it also in them. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I need my both hands, so I just will take my flashlight here. So here's the first one. This is the second one. Now take those. There's no order, so you can do whatever, however you like. So this is the first one, and this is, oops, that goes down, and this is the second one. Afterwards, when everything is finished, you might want to do a little bit of cable management here. Now that we're on this side of the box, I'm going to do one more thing, which is put the from the supply, power supply, into our motherboard. And also, so this goes right here. I don't know if you guys can see this. So this cable goes here, the big one, and this is the CPU one. So it also comes from our power supply. So I'm going to plug this on. As you can see, I just plugged in here the CPU and the motherboard from the power supply. And now I'm going to take the plate here. Sorry, I don't even know if this is his name, but okay. And if I turn this like this, you have to force it. See here. So, okay, here we go, and now we can put our DVD player in it. Okay, so in my case, I'm not gonna use it afterwards. This is just because I have Windows CD, and so to install Windows on my Red Zero, I will need this. But okay, then afterwards I will put this away from my case because I don't want it here. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do in my case, again, I'm going to put this thing out, and I'm going to plug this cable just outside of the box. Okay, so now I have to put this here on the front of my case back on. So this is pretty simple. Okay, just put it like this, push it a little bit, plug this in. So you can do already a little bit of cable management, huh? I put those SATA cables here, but anyway, you can do this later. Okay, so what I've done here is I just took our DVD reader here and plug our red SATA cable here and our power supply cable here. And yeah, I just gonna keep our DVD reader out of the box because I don't want it anymore after, because everything is on the internet here. This is only a gaming machine. Okay, so next step is to install the graphic cards. Well, here's the graphic card, huh? This is the adapter you get with the graphic card. So I put my two PCI's cable from the supply here, from the power supply, but I have to put another one back on. Then you can remove the plastics here on the graphic card. Then they're not going to be useful. First one and second one here. Okay, and then put the plastic here off, and we are going to put it now in the case. So this is a little bit tricky here. So maybe you want to grab this to the other side. We don't have much room in this case, so it's harder than if you have a bigger case. Okay. So here we go, and we're going to put this right here. Click. As simple as it is, as it sounds also. Okay, so I just put it into this connector here. Okay. I'm also gonna do a little bit of cable management here with all those cables, but you know, this is something I can do at the end, of course. Well, the next step is to put our nice little supply here. I don't know if you can see this. Okay, turn the camera about here. So we need to put this power supply into the case. So I will have to do a little bit of cable management here, and then we'll be ready to put back the little screws up here to maintain the graphic card well placed in the case. As you can see, I just put out the graphic card out. I just missed something, and what I just missed is that this here, which comes from the case, has not been connected to those, which, you know, you can do this afterwards. So I will take this, put the other side of the box here, pull the cables out. So it is like this, okay. So this is going to be pretty easy actually. So this connector is for the USB 3, and you just can put it in one place, which is here. It's the blue thing over there. And this is USB 2, which is on the other side. You cannot do this wrong, so just try it. What came with the motherboard is this little thing that we're gonna connect here. And again, you cannot do this wrong, so just do it. Just try it here. And I will have to plug this on. So this is audio. I don't want this. What I want is those things. So power switch, power switch. Over here we have power LED. Okay. Then here reset HDD LED. So I'm gonna put this back on here. Put back my, oh no, sorry, missed one, which is the audio cable here. It's always like this: AC 97 and HD audio. AC 97, a lot of people just cut it. I'm gonna leave it here, but we don't need it. We won't need it here. And so this one goes like this here, and then put the graphic card back on, which is easy. Just look out for the cables so they don't go anywhere. And same thing. Now I just have to put back the screws on, a little bit of cable management, and fix, of course, my power supply here with this little thing in the box. And we will install then next our Red Zero. Okay, so what I just did is I plugged in my keyboard, my mouse, I plugged the rest of the things, my screen, etc. I let my case open. This is what you want to do. If anything goes wrong, you can see it, and you can, you know, turn off your computer. And I just pressed on the on button, press a couple times the touch delete on your keyboard. And so here is my BIOS. So basically what we want to do here is press F7, set OK, enter advanced mode. And here we are going to do two simple things, which is we are going to go here and to say, okay, so I want it, okay, well, I want it in French, but I'll put this in English for the few steps we have to do. So we go to go to DRAM timing control and check up everything. Everything is okay. We don't need to do this. Let's go back for CPU. Okay, let's go to the advanced mode. The SATA configuration. Okay, and here you click here and you say you want red. We want to go and select 1600 megahertz. Okay. Okay, so basically we're done here. So here, F10, save, exit. Okay, so I want to save configuration and reset. Okay, that's what I want to do. And now I'm gonna press Ctrl I until I hit the menu, the new menu. Okay, so after pressing a couple of times Ctrl I or Ctrl L, I don't remember, I hit this menu. So here we're gonna go to create a red volume, which is the first one here. We're gonna name it red 0. Okay, red 0 beast. Okay, this is okay. Okay, okay, and create volume. Are you sure you want to create this volume? Of course I am. Okay, so here you can see red 0 beast. Okay, 238 gigs. Okay, this is normal. Okay, so we are about done here. So we press escape. Are you sure you want to exit? Yes, I am. Okay, and now it says reboot and select proper boot device, or insert boot media in selected boot device and press a key. And so what we are going to do is we are going to put the Windows 8 CD inside our DVD reader. Okay, so I just inserted my Windows 8 CD inside the CD reader, and I'm just going to boot into Windows 8. Okay, so after waiting a few seconds, I hit this setup, and okay, it says language to install, so English. Here it's time and currency, okay, Swiss. To French, okay, French, Switzerland. And it's Swiss French for me, of course. Next, install now. Okay, so setup is starting, and okay, here it asks our Windows 8 key, so I have to turn this off. It says okay, license term, okay, I accept it. Okay, so then custom install Windows only, advanced. And we have here our red 0. We just say next, and here's the installation of our Windows 8 on our red 0.